Gibbs as well, coming through Breed, has the ball, then loses it. Back into the centre square, kick off the ground by Paul Smith. Gets it towards half forward, foot race now, getting there, and a good little soccer kick as well was Brett Fisher towards the 10-metre square, 2-on-1, or a big puddle of water there in front of the 10-metre square.
Oh.
Falls loose towards O'Toole, Scown it is. He drops it, had it, lost it, got it back, turns around on the right boot, and has put it through for the first score. It didn't take long. 37 seconds. Brad Scown a behind.
Actually, the guy who attacked the footy and picked it up and handballed to Scown was Flack. Gee, he handled the ball very well. I suppose that Central Highlands a bit of moisture up around there where he came from.
So North Geelong put the first score on the board. They're one behind. And Steenhouse will kick in. Goes long, straight down the middle of the ground towards Breed, who goes up. Off hands to the front. Priddle played for the free kick. Didn't get one. Could have been a free kick there. No, none forthcoming. Gunn. Handball underneath. The numbers, Scown had it, then lost it. Tried to tap on, was Braniff at centre half back, and will take the free kick. Advantage not paid, and he'll have to come back. Anderson trying to run away with it, but it comes back to Braniff. Now he goes laterally across the ground to Gunn. In fact, it's Miles who takes the mark, goes wide, looking for centre wing, pushing the back played for, not getting it, and it will be.
Just as a sidelight, Sean Braniff, I think the new haircut will pick him pretty well. Goodness gracious. I've seen some classics.
So
perhaps they give them to you at the Modern Warriors. That's what they do out there.
Boundary throw in. Big thump away by Dieselac. Gains 30 metres, close to the boundary line. North Geelong defence working overtime. On hands and knees. Free kick paid over the shoulder. And it will be to North Geelong.
Well, I hope the umpires continue this. It's very, very good. The fella who's prepared to go for the footy, they're looking after, and that's a good sign.
That's
North
McDermott.
Geelong, yeah, McDermott. Long kick to centre wing. Well kept in there by Lofts. Tap over the top of the head. Ball back into the field of play. No player's able to pick it up. Murray picks it up, tries to get a handball away. The tackling is very ferocious at the moment. In fact, that was McLeod over there, not Murray. And, right in front of the East Geelong reserves box, the umpires call for the footy. So 2.5 minutes into the first quarter. We've got one behind to North Geelong, and East Geelong yet to score. And from the ball up there, and the interesting, Simon Lofts just asked the umpire then if he'd perhaps throw the ball a little higher.
So I thought he was looking to see, tell him how to umpire for a minute.
No, I think that's a reasonable
request
there. It's from the throw in, Lofts went to ground, so Brood gets the tap forward. In the road there is Rory Priddle, playing a midfield role today for North Geelong, and he's forced the ball over the boundary line. So on centre wing, not too far from the change rooms here at Richmond Crescent. The ball comes in, Lofts. Well, Brood over the back gets the tap clear. Ball kicked toward the middle of the ground. Holding his feet there is the Sitko. Picks it up. Gets it on the left foot towards centre half forward. In good position. Well, neither player able to pick it up.
Oh.
And great tackle from behind there. Great work. Brett Fisher showed a bit of pace. Well, tried to play on, but he picked the ball up ahead of the mark, I'd suggest. And the umpire wouldn't allow advantage, and why that wouldn't be, I'm blowed if I know, because the advantage rule, that's the problem for the team offending, isn't it, Laurie?
Well, I think there might have been a metre in that, Eric, but it was a little bit pedantic. I think he should have let it play on.
Well, the kick went to Scown, handball to the big fella in Lofts. He can't get a kick away. Both defensive areas very, very working hard at the moment. The little chip comes wide, just over the head there of Flack. Attacking the footy was Hill of East Geelong, but Flack picks it up on the left foot, back into the corridor, looking for Russell Hearn. He can't take the mark. Comes to ground. Marnie is after the footy. He's kicked it off the ground. Paul Smith comes in to support, but it's Marnie who, gets pulled off the footy. Play on to the umpire. And for East Geelong, it was a player who hasn't got listed
Farrelly, I think.
He's must be a late inclusion, and it's in the mud patch in the middle, but doesn't go anywhere. North Geelong through Gibbs. Kick it wide now toward the half-forward flank. Zitko can't take the mark, but he recovers the footy, held without it. Play on to the umpire. Coming in, Gibbs once again. He picks it up. Now it's Scown. Gee, it's pretty scrappy at the moment. The umpire allows it to go. Picked up by Deselac, but he can't get a kick either. The tackling's extremely good. Dave Gibbs, he can't pick it up for North Geelong. Finally, well, there's a player held without the footy. Goodness gracious. Play on to the umpire. And Friars, he can't break clear. Now the umpire puts a whistle on play. And on true centre wing, in front of our broadcast position, the umpire will put the ball in the air. Nearly 5 minutes in the first quarter. North Geelong are behind East Geelong yet to score.
Breed and Lofts have both got a hand to it over the back of the pack. Elzinger and Priddle go at it. Can't pick it up off the ground. Peters tried to get it. Oh, that's kicking in danger. No, play on the call. Elzinger nearly had his head ripped off. Priddle gets a clearing kick to centre half forward. Smith in front comes Williams. Taps it away. Smith got a great pick up in the wet. Handballs it back inboard. Looking for Marnie. Gets a clearing kick towards half forward again. Gibbs to run onto it. If it sits for him, he's in. He kicks it off the ground. Flack turns to the left. Over his shoulder. Around the corner. Jones
Oh,
and Shepherd. Great goal.
goal.
Simon Flack turns on his left and kicks the first major. North Geelong go to 1-1-7. They lead. East Geelong yet to score. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard. 6 minutes played.
Yeah, top goal. That is all quality, of course. Simon Flack, he can kick both feet and both sides of his body. He uses very, very well when he goes for the football, and he's not frightened to put himself in it neither, Eric. He's
I think the goal was made by David Gibbs. Didn't try to pick it up, just socket it to Flack, who you mentioned was in front.
I think they've been told probably, haven't they? Because they've done it a few times in the first 6 minutes.
Yeah, well,
off the ground.
I don't think you can afford to get too fancy, though.
Yeah,
I think
right.
you just got to get home and do the hard things. And East Geelong are just going a little bit wide. They've got to try and get up and down the ground a little bit closer if they can.
Ball in the middle. Umpire puts it up. Lofts read it well,
Here's
gets
a
it to
go.
ground, but good work by Singleton there for East Geelong. Coming at the footy is Brethauer. Kicks it off the ground from centre half back. Finds Lofts on centre wing. He's picked it up, but he gets tackled. Brethauer's followed up very well. Nice little chip kick looking for Zitko. He overruns it. And it's East Geelong coming clear. Miles on the left foot, perhaps the non-preferred side, and unfortunately skewed off the side of the boot, and it's over the boundary line. So ensuing free kick will go to North Geelong, and it's Elzinger, now called to play on. Just chips it short, looking for and finding Russell Hearn. I guess that was 10 metres, wasn't 15. So Russell Hearn on true centre wing has taken the mark for North Geelong. Kicks toward the corridor. In front is Lofts, but from the back, I don't know, umpire. I would have thought the East Geelong player had a lot more purchase on that one, and that was Damien Williams. But handball to Priddle, play on.
Oh,
Free kick there, not paid. Ball comes to ground, picked up by Marnie. Gets a handball clear to Gibbs again in the play up forward. But East Geelong, the defence holding firm at the moment. They've come clear, and good work again on that occasion by Miles on the left foot. This time finds Breed, but he's only gone as far as Russell Hearn on centre wing for North. Well, perhaps a little bit too fancy the pass, but good work by Scown. Followed up, got the crumbs, looking again for Flack up forward. In good position there at the back of the pack is Daryl Jones. He's gone for the banana. I tell you what, he's had a real fair dinkum go at it. Daryl's gone across the face and through for a behind. So on the Victory Trophy scoreboard, North Geelong 1 goal 2-8. They lead East Geelong yet to score. 8 minutes gone.
the East Geelong defence go at the goes. I think they thought he was out of bounds. Fantastic work by, I would suspect, without having a look at the record, the oldest man on the ground.
That would be very close, I would think.
Steenhouse from full-back for the Eagles. Goes short in the pocket. Danger, and real danger, because Scown pushed it away. And it will be a boundary throw in 30 metres out from the north goal.
Been very competitive Scan up there, Laurie, so far.
Yeah. East Geelong are just trying to chip it around and go a little bit too short, Eric. I think they've got to try and just get the ball, boot the ball, not too fancy with it. That was a one-on-one there, and the percentages are not there for that.
So a boundary throw in. Big flump away. And that came, well, not from Troy Sheen, I can guarantee you. Whoever's wearing number 14, which is not listed there, but it's out of bounds once again. And it will be a throw in, this time about 50 metres around from the North Geelong goal. So it will be another throw in. It'll be Lovell up against Fisher. Over the back, Fisher double fisted to the side of the pack. Priddle ran onto it, then got pushed off the ball. Got some support. Jones in there again. Used the body well. Handball over the top to a standing start. Fisher, he tries to get rid of the ball. Gave it to Jones somehow. And Sydney kicks it across the face of goal this time, and out of bounds on the full. Will be a free kick for the Eagles in the last line defence in the right back pocket.
I think he'd be a bit disappointed, Laurie, about that. I think he was more clear than he realised.
Yeah, and he doesn't mind a goal, Jonesy, either. And he was having a good look at that one.
As evidenced by his 5 last week.
Exactly.
So in the last line of defence, East Geelong about to remove the pressure again, hopefully. Kick wide to half-back flank. Comes to ground, picking the footy up there. And, well, it's almost deliberately out of bounds from East Geelong, but the umpire said things are okay, and that was Shane Lovell on that occasion, who gets back to his position at centre half-back. Boundary umpire with the football. Half-forward flank for North Geelong. on the north side. Breed gets the tap down. Priddle does the roving for North Geelong, does well. However, East Geelong, through weight of numbers, force it toward the boundary line, and that was young Singleton once again. He's quite a quick player, but his handball has gone over the boundary line. So East Geelong gained 10 metres as we await the ball to be returned now to the boundary umpire, who will once again put it back into play. We've been playing 10.5 minutes first quarter. Lofts gets the secondary tap down on that occasion to Peter Quick, gets it towards centre half forward. In front there and doing the shepherding was Brett Fisher for Russell Hearn. His long handball goes to Scown once again. Goes into the full forward position.
Dropped it.
Almost a mark there to Fisher. Off hands, it's come to Marnie, is it? And he's hooked it around the body and hit the inside of the post. Well, a little bit unfortunate there for North Geelong. Good effort by Marnie. It's under behind. 1 goal, 3-9. That's on the Victory Trophy scoreboard. East Geelong yet to score. 11 minutes gone first quarter.
Eric, they look very dangerous when they go forward, North Geelong, don't they?
They certainly do.
You know, I see where they're going to come on a good day when the weather's beautiful.
Steenhouse kicks in, comes commentary box side, the northern side, looking for, well, Mario Zitko at the end, who's marked third in line. Short little kick into Hearn, chopped off by McLean. And coming through now in support and clearing it. Looked like it might have been Collins. He goes wide, and it is out of bounds for a throw-in. So it's at half forward for the Magpies, northern side of the ground. 11.5 minutes played. They've done all the attacking. Hasn't really been past the half forward line for the Eagles in this first term. Lofts comes across, and he will do battle with Breed again. Lofts goes to the front of the pack. Breed gets it with his left hand. Tap down from Hearn to Gibbs. Handball to Zitko. Good hands. Turn around the corner. Little kick along the boundary line. And onto the cricket pitch area. It's slid out, and it will be a boundary throw-in.
Laurie, the handball was just marginally behind Zitko, wasn't it? Had it been in front, well, I think that'd have been away.
They might have been away there. It was a good kick. He got a few metres up the ground, which is good.
So throw in front of the pack gun. Handball towards the safety of the boundary line. Coming at it was Gibbs and also Collins, and they see it over the line for a throw in.
I'm just a bit worried about East Geelong, Jason. They don't seem to be positive. They just seem to do everything and go straight to the boundary line rather than try and hook it back into the middle and make something of it.
So throw in again, over the back of the pack, tapped away by Williams, coming through Singleton, handball, pretty slick for McLean there. Hearn comes through, over the top of the football now. They bottle it up at half forward for the Magpies, and umpire Tatner will come in and ball it up. So Lofts coming from the same side as Breed on this occasion. On the defensive side, pushes Breed out easily, uses the body, then tries to get the kick away, slung as he got it away towards McLean. Kick off the ground by him to Singleton, stands over the top of it, then gets ripped off it by Hearn. Short little kick was okay. McLeod runs at it from half back for the Eagles. Breaks free, goes to the right foot and goes long towards Peters. And also Dowie gets a hand to it. Peters should be able to break free. Good tackle. Fry has dropped the footy, said the umpire. And that's pretty quick. And Chris Fryers will take it right in front of the commentary box, in between half back and centre wing. Goes to the right foot. Looking for Priddle. It's touched off the boot. He has to play on. He gets wrapped off. Great hands, though, to get it away. Gibbs has got some support and gets it back. Short little kick came from O'Toole. Now only as far as O'Toole again on centre wing. Handball in front. McLean stands over the top of it. Tries to break free. Got a high tackle, said the umpire. And we'll take a free kick for the Eagles.
So, well, the umpire's already put a whistle on play, I think, to stop the time. And it was the other umpire. So now, in fact, it was... wasn't to whom the free kick was going. Comes back now, and that's the kick goes forward for East Geelong to Collins. Collins runs to the centre, kicks long, up high. Players can't take control of the mark. Comes to ground, Scown overruns it. In there, it's a bit hard to see, but Stacks on the mill, said the umpire. I'll have it. So at 14 minutes into the first quarter, at centre half forward for East Geelong, and probably the first time they've been that far down the ground in 14 minutes. Ball goes uphill doing the ruck work, taps it forward, but Fryers picks it up for East Geelong. He can't get a kick away, O'Toole. He does. Kicks it wide, looking for a teammate on centre wing. He can't pick the footy up. Kicked off the ground for East Geelong. Excuse me, a long kick to the full forward position.
Oh, good mark.
Magnificent reading of the ball, Sean O'Leary. And 5 metres out, 45-degree angle, he's taken the mark.
So Sean O'Leary, who didn't kick a goal last week, as we heard in the preview. First time for about 4 years he hasn't kicked a goal in a game. Have a chance to put the Eagles first on the board this afternoon. He's no more than 10 metres out. 45-degree angle on the right side for a right footer. Comes in and sprays it. And has put it through for one behind.
Would have been lucky to get that.
So the first score on the board for the Eagles. They are one behind. They trail North Geelong 1-3-9. We've been playing 15 minutes in the first term.
That breeze out there might be a bit trickier than we think, Laurie, perhaps.
Yeah, well, I'm just thinking that, Eric, they're working up into the breeze. That was the first opportunity they had to get it to Sean.
See, that's a magnificent kick in for North Geelong, marked outside the half-back flank by Rory Priddle. He goes back. He also kicks long over the centre, looking for and finding Lofts. Now the umpire's put a whistle on play. Looks like David Gibbs was interfered with in that marking contest off the ball, and Gibbs of North Geelong back to centre wing will take the ball. Sees a player loose in the middle of the ground. That's McDermott. He takes the mark and kicks long the full forward. From the back is Zitko, almost takes the mark. Gets it to ground. Smith picks it up on the left foot and he sprayed it. Missed by a fair margin. And that's a pretty poor effort, Laurie, from that distance out.
Yes, that wasn't very good execution at all, Eric.
So it's out of bounds on the full. Goes across the face of goal.
Oh.
There's a short kick looking for East Geelong McLeod, but a very poor kick on that occasion. Is that player, 51?
I think it's McLean. I
McLean?
think he's wearing 51 instead of 61.
So the ball out of bounds now, 35 metres from the behind post. Western end here at Richmond Crescent. Ball comes in. Doing the ruck work on that occasion was Brett Fisher. And he's forced the ball forward now, only about 20 metres from the behind post. 16.5 minutes first quarter. Victory trophy scoreboard. East Geelong 1 behind, North Geelong 1-3.
So I'll throw in. Lovell to do the work against Fisher. Boundary umpire throws it in. Fisher in front. Neither ruckman can get an effective tap. They break free, the Eagles, and come towards Breed at half-back. And he takes the mark against Lofts. Lofts holds him up very intelligently. Just makes sure further up the field the Magpies are covering. Kick now by Breed towards Hill at centre wing. Coming through Brethauer. Got a hand to it. Quick is there as well. Shepherd by Brethauer. Off the ground by Quick. Goes towards Zitko. Ball still in. Quick. Short little handball to Lofts. Has got Zitko. Misses him. Now Quick backing up. Gets around. Or dropped it. Umpire said play on. Kick off the ground towards half forward. Lofts kick off the ground as well. Goes towards centre half forward. Williams comes through. Great play, Gibbs. That's David. Gives it back to Paul Smith, who breaks free. Goes on the right boot wide towards Zitko. Too wide for him, though. And the boundary umpire will have a bit more work to do. 17.5 minutes played first term. And it's 1-3-9 North Geelong. They lead East Geelong 1 behind. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard.
Smith's been unfortunately sprayed it with both sides of the body now.
Yeah, he seems to know where to go to get a kick, though, Eric.
Yeah, certainly does. He might be a bit of a worry for East if he gets the kicking right.
North Geelong are forming this wall across there. It's very hard for East Geelong to get the footy out.
Priddle in the ends goes up for the ruck with Gunn. Lofts now, handball, back to Hearn. Gets back onto his right boot, now back onto his left. He handballs in the end, or quick standing start. Peters gets him over the top, tackle, no free kick. Still at half forward for the Magpies. Pack develops, the umpire lets it go. Ball comes to the side of the pack. And coming through quickly was Fisher, wrapped up. Breed comes across as well. Kick off the ground by Fisher. Gains 20 metres. McLeod and Zitko see it over the boundary line once again. We'll have another throw in. So a bit of a stalemate across half forward here for the Magpies. The Eagles can't get the ball free across centre wing. Boundary throw in. Lofts brings it down to the side of the pack. McLean, Hearn stands his ground. Now picks it up, goes on the left foot high. Doesn't gain much meterage. Smith underneath it.
Oh, great.
And a mark for a hold against
kicked, I think.
Smith. Well, it wasn't against Smith, it was against Gibbs, I think. And it was McLean. Will take the free kick. He handballs it away. Oh, it's dangerous. Gives it to McLeod. Has to come back to whence it came. Goes wide, looking for Williams. And finds him at half back. So, Damien Williams for the Eagles. He's got a lead up further afield from Gunn. He elects to go further afield, though. Dieselack comes out, goes up, off hands. Peters through the middle. Oh, indiscriminate kick. Still in play. Now it comes back to the side of the pack. Oh, can they break free? Yes, they can.
Better get rid of it.
And that was Hodgson. And in the end, he's pinged for holding the ball.
Oh, come on, umpire.
And that will come back to Rory Priddle in the middle. Against Hodgson for holding the ball. So the Magpies with a free kick in the middle of the ground.
Neither of them, with no disrespect, appear prepared to pay the advantage rule, which is a little sad. Rory Priddle now in the middle of the ground, kicks long towards the full forward position for North Geelong. 2-1 against Darryl Jones, comes to ground. East Geelong on this occasion through Miles, clear it wide to the grandstand wing, if you like. Kicked off the ground again for East Geelong by Dowie, and kick forward. leading in the race for the footy. Oh, good work there by Friars again for North. He finds his teammate in Marnie on centre wing. He wheels around on the left foot, drives it long to half forward flank. Gibbs in good position, can't take the mark, gets it to ground. Smith there to support, picks it up on the left foot, drives it toward the forward pocket area. Jones just gives his opponent a little tap in the back there, picks the footy up. Terrific work there by Simon Flack. Just pushed the ball back into the field of play, picked up by Daryl Jones. Laurie's got one. Jones kicks his first for the day. That's North's second. They go to 2 goals, 3-15. They lead East Geelong 1 behind. Victory Trophy scoreboard, 20 and a half minutes gone first quarter.
Well, at the 20-minute mark of the first quarter, I think North Geelong needed that goal badly, Eric. They seem to have most of the play, but you've got to realise out there it's fairly windy. I was just judging by some of those kicks there before. It seems to be going to the, well, what we would call that, the city end, I suppose.
Yeah, it's hard to know. It seems to be swirling a bit. 1 minute it seems to be favouring the city end, then the eastern end. But you're right, they've had so much of the play they needed to convert.
It looks to me it's either 3 or 4 goals, at least on that end of the ground, so North Geelong would be happy to have that one on the board.
Back in the middle, Lofts gets it down. Through the middle, Dieselak does very well for the Eagles. Goes towards centre half forward. Hill coming out. O'Toole backs himself, takes the mark. Goes laterally towards Daniel Gibbs, who takes the mark. Under pressure from O'Leary at half back. So Gibbs got O'Toole short. Oh, just over the top with Peter's got a hand to it, but Elzinger can break free at half back. Run for the Magpies. Goes towards centre wing. Zitko from behind. Just a little bit of a push. Goes through the back. Gibson, handball over the top to Breed was okay. The big man standing start. Gets it back around. Handball. Oh, he's going to set Miles up. Comes at it. Gets one high. Should get a free kick. And will do so in between wing and half back. For the Eagles, Duncan Miles.
Very well held up by Scan then. He did it well.
So, it's pretty congested between him and half forward. He goes short over the top to Gibson. Takes the mark. Now Gibson off a step, goes with the right foot towards half forward. Dieselak goes up, off hands, and off Joe McDermott's hands. And it will be a boundary thrown at half forward for the Eagles.
So, adjacent to our broadcast position, 22 minutes gone, first quarter, the ball about to come into play. Over the top there was Priddle, big punch, picked up there for East Geelong by Dowie. Just a big half circle. In the way there is Elzinger for North Geelong. He's given assistance by, it looked like Marnie, who's gone back into the back half to help. Picked up again by Dowie, who's run forward. Terrific work there by Hill of East Geelong. Picks it up, eludes a tackle, has a pot shot for goal, but touched right on the line. And that looked like Daniel Gibbs, I suspect, on that occasion. And ball pushed through for a behind. Second on the scoreboard for East Geelong. They're 2 behinds. They trail North Geelong 2-3-15. Victory Trophy first quarter scoreboard. 23 minutes now in this quarter.
So Priddle to kick in for the Magpies from fullback. He elects to go to the grandstand side, but I think he might have overrun the 10-metre square, has he, says the umpire.
Yeah, I think so.
And it will be a ball up right on the edge of the 10-metre square for the Eagles. So a chance here for their first. So the umpire will somehow get the ball. I think he'll have to go and get it himself. He has.
Well, North Geelong's certainly going to pick it up for him. I don't think they're too impressed with the decision.
So 10 metres out from the Eagles' goal. We'll have a ball up. Brethower and Dieselak. Hill brings it down, had it, lost it, hits him in the head, and I think the Magpies push it through for 1 behind. They do. So the 3rd behind for East Geelong. And North Geelong 2-3-15. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard, 24 minutes played.
Well, Rory sacked himself as the kicker. And it's brought back into play once again. So North in position, looking for and finding Brethower between centre half back and the flank. He kicks it short again, looking for teammate in the middle there, and can't take the footy as O'Toole. And well thrown out there by Hill for East Geelong. North Geelong, well, the handball missed the mark, and you're right, Laurie, I think they need to be playing wet weather football, not the fancy handballs and try to advantage. Both kicking in danger, surely, umpire, but, well, not to be. Now there's a whistle on play, and who's it? The players have no idea. It was the trailing umpire that's given the decision. The other umpire hasn't any idea either. He's gone the wrong way. So Marnie of North Geelong gets the free kick. So, but he's intercepted there by Miles for East Geelong. Over to Peters. Peters
kick it.
Looks for the handball. Now he turns on the left foot. looking for McLeod on centre wing. Priddle,
Great
2 on
work.
1. Magnificent work, Rory Priddle. The ball is the object, and he's pushed it over the boundary line. Terrific work there when East Geelong looks set to move into the forward line with some comfort. 25 minutes gone, into time on. Ball being thrown in there. Lofts loses his strength, gets the ball down. Picked up by McLean. Handball looking for his teammate in Singleton. They can't get away with it. Comes back to McLean. Marnie's in there for North Geelong. Now the umpire's put a whistle on play, and we'll ball it up adjacent to the centre circle where we started some 25.5 minutes ago. 3 behinds East Geelong. They trail North Geelong 2-3.
Shannon through the middle. He can't get his first kick away, then doubles back. Goes towards Stewie Marnie. Oh, Joe McDermott off the ground towards centre half forward. Gibson up against Gibbs. Oh, Quick tried to take it away from Gibbs, his teammate. Coming in, Dieselak tries to tap it free. Goes to the back of the pack. Quick again off the ground. McDermott on hands and knees. McLean finally breaks free. Handball over the top is okay. And finds Dowie. Then he gets ripped off the ball. McLean, fresh air shot coming in. Play on the call. Still on centre wing. Comes back towards Dieselak and Gibson. Gibson kick off the ground. He goes wide. Goes towards Scown. He can't keep his feet. Off the hands now. Goes back towards Gibbs. He goes back to Priddle. It's pretty tough there. It's on centre wing. Duncan Miles runs free. Goes on the left boot towards half forward. But he might have put it into the crowd. I think he has. And it will be a boundary throw in. In fact, it will be a free kick. And it will be North Geelong's. Friars goes laterally to Elzinger. If he can get it away, Sean O'Leary holds him up well because Gibbs was on the opposite side, half-back flank, but he's held him up and Hill's covered him. Now he wants to play on. Brethour gives him a lead. He goes in that direction against Peters. Shorty, Brethour. And Brethour takes the mark. The bigger man over the top of Shorty Peters. He plays on quickly. Kick around the corner. Hill. And Gibbs goes up early. Lofts comes across as well, the big man. Ball tapped free. Lofts back again. Tries to tap it on. Great play. Coming in, Breed. Good to see the 2 big men fighting hard for it. And now, that's a push in the back. And it will be a free kick. It will be Gibbs in between wing and half forward. And he will take the free kick. Kicks to Hearn in the centre of the ground, who takes the mark. Now Hearn goes towards centre half forward. Off hands, the back of the pack. Anderson coming out towards Scown. He's got some time. Then he slips over at the crucial stage. Numbers with the Eagles now. McLean tries to break free. Flack, good tackle. And on hands and knees trying to get away the Eagles once again. Chopped off. This time a quick kick by O'Toole. Goes out wide towards the boundary line. Foot race between Gunn and O'Toole. Coming through the middle. Handball. And they break free. As the siren sounds for quarter time. And at quarter time, it is North Geelong 2-3-15. They lead East Geelong 3 behinds. The goal kickers at quarter time for North Geelong, Darryl Jones and Simon Flack for the Magpies. The Eagles yet to score a goal. It's 12 points of difference at quarter time. We'll take a break.